This is Keith Raad. Keith, it's Craig Carton and Evan Roberts, better known to you, of course, as Carton and Roberts. Congratulations. How you doing?
Good, guys. Good to talk to you. This is legendary stuff to be in the presence of you two right now.
Well, more so me than Evan. That's true. But we appreciate it. So you and I, of course, are the only two guys that have ever called Cyclones play-by-play and made it to the fan. So congratulations to the two of us.
You know, I walked past this bobblehead of you and Boomer from 2010, and it looks good. You look good in this thing. I heard it got some strange reviews, but
by the way, you wanted something crazy about that bobblehead? It was a promotion we did with the Cyclones when Keith was in elementary school, and I don't know why it came up. I was looking at our bobblehead, and I get a little thing. I go to eBay. The Boomer and Carton Cyclone bobblehead. Take a guess what it's selling for.
$4.99.
How about $500?
No,
I swear to God,
$500.
Yeah, $500. I think Bob in Vermont's got the high bid. All right, so Keith, just for people, first off, no joke, congratulations. You are one of the new voices to be with Howie Rose on Met Broadcast. I believe it's you. Is it Pete McCarthy? Is that right?
No.
Or Steve McCarthy?
No, I want you to figure it out yourself now.
Well,
don't tell him, Keith.
I know his dad, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom McCarthy.
You got the last name right, so you're off to a nice
So is it Tom
start.
Jr. McCarthy?
His name is Pat McCarthy.
I apologize. Pat McCarthy, Keith Raad are now part of the broadcast team. And walk me through how you found out you got the job.
Well, it was a lot of different things. I mean, I know there was some press stuff that happened before everything was official. I think you guys kind of mentioned something was happening, so that was somewhat eye-opening, and then
there was a leak. That's exactly what happened.
There was a leak out of a leaky, but yes, I had nothing to do with the leak. But Chris Olivero was kind enough to give me a call a couple of days ago and just say, "Hey, listen, welcome to the big leagues," which was pretty amazing. I was standing at Maimonides Park in Coney Island, and got the call. So it was kind of cool. It's where players get the call. They're going up to Double-A.
Sure. If I can,
you made the jump. He went from Single A to the pros.
If I can just ask you, did the architect Chris actually say "Welcome to the big leagues"?
I think I blacked out during it, but I think it was something like "Welcome to the big leagues."
Got it. Because he's been using a lot of baseball metaphors lately, and I told him earlier today I find it objectionable.
Did you get emotional when you were told? Was there like a couple of tears flying out?
That hasn't happened yet. I don't know why that hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure it's going to be in there. Hopefully not that first game sitting next to Howie and he sends it to me and I'm just start bursting into tears. But it's been amazing. It's overwhelming, honestly.
How many years have you done Cyclones baseball?
I've been with the Cyclones for 5. I've been doing the minor league stuff for about 8 years.
So is there like a bunch of, I'm trying to think back, you called a lot of Met players who now are on the team, right? Have you been doing it for 5 years?
Yeah, so when Brett Beatty got up there, that was huge because that was one of our most recent guys up. And then, of course, Francisco Alvarez got a home run at the end of the year last year. But, yeah, I mean, Bryce Montez de Oca, these guys out of the bullpen, Colin Holderman, who was part of the Vogelback trade. Yeah, I mean, these are names. We ascended from short season out of high A, so we have guys that are, now 2 steps away from the bigs instead of 6. So the last 2 years have been a lot more of the Beatties and the Alvarezes coming up.
And where did you go to college, and has this always been the dream?
Yeah, I went to the University of Dayton out in Ohio, and it was the dream probably freshman year out there, joined the radio station, and it threw me on the sports committee. So I learned to love it, and I do love it. It's a dream come true. And
have you ever broadcast or done play-by-play for a strange event, a non-traditional event through your younger days, especially in college or maybe once you graduated before you came to Brooklyn? Do you have one of those stories where you had to announce something crazy?
I think when I first got to Brooklyn, we went out to the beach right out past right field, and I broadcast a couple of seagulls flying over the water just because, we were itching to get going. So that was probably the best. But I didn't do the hot dog eating contest or anything yet, which
you'll get there. Listen, Kevin Burkhardt used to do sausage reports from Citi Field.
That's true.
And now he's doing the Super Bowl on Sunday. So I imagine he's one of those guys you look at, wow, look where he got to. Not that you'd ever want to leave the Met broadcast, but you could certainly look at a guy like Kevin and his career path and say anything's possible at this point.
No. Here's what I want, Keith. As a diehard Met fan, I know my dad feels this way. We want Stability.
If it doesn't happen anymore.
40 years of broadcasting the New York Mets. Can you commit to us right now that you will be the voice of the, like 45 years from now at the new stadium, wherever they build it, they're going to be people are going to be like, Keith, I've been listening to you my whole life. You're the voice of the Mets. Can you make us that promise right now? You'll be here for 50 years?
If you'll have me on for the 4:45 and 45 years from now, we can do this segment. We can talk about remember when.
Well, I'll be dead by then.
Yeah,
so
Craig's dead.
I don't know who's going to be doing afternoons at that point, but it ain't going to be me. And you're not going to be here 45 years from now. I can tell you that also.
What?
He's not. I mean, he's going to have career aspirations that'll take him out. He has a great voice. You can hear it. And as much as the New York Mets need a successor to the great Howie Rose, Keith's going to be on the network soon, I can tell.
But hold on. Let me ask you this, Keith, because I'm very curious. Obviously, TV's TV. Do you, as a kid growing up, when you were broadcasting, did you envision radio? Because it's different. Like you're painting the word picture, as Bob Murphy used to say. Like, do you look at yourself as radio is the dream? That's the gig.
To be honest, 100%. They're two different beasts. Like TV's cool and it's flashy and probably make a little extra scratch. But radio, the art of it, it's a little old school to say. It's vintage to say, but I love radio play-by-play. The theater of the mind, the ability to paint the picture when someone's driving down the BQE and they can see the game through the words I say. I get more joy out of that. So while the network would be cool, Craig, I think this gig, if I did this gig for the Mets for 45 years, I mean, it would be everything I would ever
obviously
wanted.
Be a pretty cool thing to be the signature voice of any team, let alone a team that you rooted for growing up. And we wish you the best of luck. You're going to be working with a legend in Howie, of course. Pat is the son of a legend. Tom McCarthy's been doing it a very long time. I don't know him, but it seems like you guys should have a pretty good run of it and have a good time. And like I said, you get to sit next to a guy who's great at it.
Watch a lot of honeymooners. All right, that'll prepare you for Howie a little bit.
And he likes cheap wine too. I'm just putting it out there because that's the only wine he's ever bought me. It was $9 a bottle.
Oh boy!
By the way, do you have a signature home run call that we should get ready to get used to hearing?
I do not. I was kind of told coming up through college, as everybody was already pretty much set, hey, they're all taken kind of thing. So every single one hopefully will be organic and fresh and it will meet the moment appropriately. That's the goal.
And then what happens? How do we split this up? Like Howie does the first three, you do the next three, and McCarthy does the last three? Does Howie do the last three? How's that go?
No.
What I'm asking. It's a whole new thing. How do I know?
Come on.
Does he do the whole game? What's up?
So Howie will do 6. I will do 3. I'll be there for the caller for the other 6 when it's Howie's booth. And then when Howie takes a couple of games off and we go out west or something like that, Pat and I will join, and it'll be Pat McCarthy and myself doing the game.
So Pat's like the odd man out. So it's you and Howie.
Pre and post, and then he fills in.
So it's you and Howie every day. When Howie decides not to go on certain trips, which we all respect, you become the 6th-inning guy. McCarthy becomes the 3-inning guy. Now, here's my question. Does Howie do 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9? Or does he do 1 through 6? Or does he do 4 through 9? How's that work?
I will be doing, I think, 3, 4, and 7. So he'll do he'll do 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 9.
See, you guys laugh at my questions, but you guys didn't know that. It's a weird split. I don't know how it goes.
We knew that.
You knew that he does 4, 7, and 8, or whatever it is.
I did not know. Here's what I did. I didn't know 3, 4, 7, but I knew it wasn't a 3-man booth.
Well, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said, does Howie get this 3? Do you get these 3? Does Pat get these 3? No.
Yeah, no.
I
mean, I don't know.
You know what I've learned about you, Craig, and I love you? You don't know a lot.
No, it's like, to me, here's the weird thing. Like, Howie Rose should do the 9th inning. Right? It's he's the senior broadcaster.
He's doing the 8th and 9th inning.
So that I think that's right. So I figure you give Keith about till September when he's like, get the old guy out of here. Listen, I want to call a playoff game. Anyhow, all jokes aside, congrats. We have all at some point in our lives been exactly where we are right now when the phone rings and you get the opportunity of a lifetime and make the most of it. And I'll give you the only piece of advice I'll give you, not that you asked, is advice that I got back in 2007 when I came back to WFAN to do the morning show. And that was simply act like you belong there. and I think you'll do great. And we look forward to hearing all your calls on our sister station, and we wish you the best of luck.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much.
Congrats.
And I'm looking forward to a huge Mets season and hopefully a World Series.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Amen.
But regardless of that, you'll be a Met broadcaster, and that's good enough. So, all right, kiddo, be good. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.